According to the market, Lee Hyun's character, Weed, was initially valued at 150 million won. Nowadays, the equipment alone could be worth 100 million won for games at the height of their popularity. But if it's an old game, the market value is lowered significantly. However, several factors, including the limited auction deadline, the one-of-a-kind rarity, and his fame, ultimately led to it being over 3 billion won. The auction itself was newsworthy, precisely what CTS Media aimed for. However, Lee Hyun replied bluntly, "Are you messing with me? What? I can't believe you called me just to say something as stupid as that. I'm hanging up now." After putting down the receiver, Lee Hyun laughed bitterly. How did she know about the auction post? And how did she get my number to play a prank? Lee Hyun believed none of it. It was far too absurd. However, the moment he accessed the site, his auction post floated on the main screen of the item trading site. Countless people posted comments in real time, and the auction's successful bid amount was, as she said, 3,090 million won. It took all Lee Hyun's willpower to not faint on the spot. If this is a dream, I hope I never wake up. The next day, Lee Hyun confirmed the 3 billion won had really been deposited into his account. He pinched himself until blood was drawn. This was unmistakably reality. Lee Hyun rushed to show his grandma the bankbook. He still did not dare tell her in its entirety. "Grandma, I made money." "Yes," his grandma replied. It had been only 3 days since his ID card was issued, so he could not have earned much. "Well, good work, Hyun-ah. It was not that much trouble, Grandma." Lee Hyun handed her the bankbook. "What is this?" "Look, this here is the money I earned." His grandma rubbed her dim eyes several times while looking at the bankbook. When she saw the amount stamped into the account, she reacted in disbelief. Did you steal?" No, this amount of money can't be stolen. What I did was sell my game account." "Account?" "It's complex to explain. Anyway, I obtained this money legally." "Then really?" His grandma, filled with rising emotion, softly sobbed. "Hyun-ah, like others, can we live without worrying about water and electricity bills anymore? Of course, we can even own our own home. You can return to school, and Hye Yeon can attend college. We no longer have to live envying others." His grandma was moved to tears. It was the same with Lee Hyun. While remembering the suffering and bitterness he had received, Lee Hyun spoke. "We can finally live happily together, Grandma." "Yes, of course." After the tough times together, the two people were thrilled even more. After several days, they obtained a new house and received treatment at the hospital. In addition to his grandma's hip, she was sick in many other ways and had to be admitted to the hospital. His little sister Hye Yeon was also delighted, but their happiness was short-lived. The men in black suits, the ones he wanted to see the least, came to the hospital. Men in black suits and expensive dress shoes barged into the hospital room. Tall and built, the hospital room seemed much smaller after these 5 men entered. All other patients panicked in fear, so with help from the caregivers, they quietly slipped out. Only Lee Hyun, his grandmother, and the 5 men remained. Lee Hyun thought it fortunate his little sister wasn't there the moment they came. But nothing good ever came from those men. He expected it would be no different from before. "Lee Hyun, I heard of the good fortune bestowed to your family," said the blonde-haired man at the very front. "So what?" Lee Hyun shot back sharply. "In the past, your father took out a loan. We're here to collect that debt. And now that you have the money, I believe you're ready to pay it back." Lee Hyun gulped. When his parents passed away, Lee Hyun inherited the 100 million won debt. It would have been fine if he had made the waiver of inheritance, but at that time, Lee Hyun was young and did not know about the law. In addition, his grandma, with the grief of losing her child, did not apply the waiver of inheritance in court within 3 months, and the legacy was inherited. Therefore, Lee Hyun became indebted to the loan sharks for 100 million won. He knew how ruthless they were, but now he had a lot of money. There was no need to be afraid. "I will repay the debt. How much is it?" "Repay? Your words are a little short." "Well, that's fine. We treasure our esteemed customers. The money you have to pay is 3 billion won, to be continued."